Okay, I'm going to try to make this fast because it's kind of complicated. I'm going to post a long form video about it once I get the other thing. So can we talk about like the accuracy of Odysseus' story for a second? And I mean like including accounts from like the telegony and stuff, because I know a ton of people consider like Greek fan fiction almost, because it wasn't written by Homer, it was written later, and it definitely, like, I haven't actually read it myself, but I have done like a lot of research on it, and so what I found is Odysseus is definitely depicted very differently. Like, after spending a ton of time to get back home to his wife and son, he then takes every opportunity he can to leave them and takes another wife and gets other children and all this stuff. And so, like, a lot of people say this is inaccurate, which I believe in. Honestly, in the telegony, Penelope marries Circe's son, and then Circe marries Telemachus. It's weird. It's really weird. So a lot of people say that's inaccurate, but then at the same time, I've also heard a lot of the same people saying, like, oh, but Circe's bit in that story is accurate, and, like, Telegonus is, like, a mythology person, and they're like, but he was also introduced in the telegony. If the telegony is inaccurate, then he would technically not exist. And then there's also other accounts that say Telemachus married Circe's daughter instead. Basically, I am very confused, and this has been bothering me for weeks. And I do plan on asking a few of my teachers, like my social studies teacher. I might see if any of the Latin teachers would be willing to talk to me. I don't take Latin, but I know that they actually do teach mythology in their classes, and I might ask my English teacher if she knows anything, because the version I'm actually reading is one that she lent me. But, like, basically, there's just some details about, like, Circe's story and Odysseus' story that I want smoothed out, because there's definitely, like, differences. And I know some people argue, well, like, Odysseus was written by Homer, so if anything that wasn't in the Odyssey or, like, the Iliad isn't accurate to his story. But then again, also, Greek heroes and gods have so many stories that you could say, oh, this is accurate to mythology, and that's accurate to mythology, and that's accurate to mythology, and they were all written at different times by different people. But then there's these people who are like, well, it wasn't written by the same author, so it's not accurate. And there's just a lot of aspects of it that confuse me, and it doesn't necessarily make a ton of sense. And I'm going to make a much longer form video about this that will actually hopefully get into detail and will include what I've found by other people and through even further research. And I have more than one version of the Odyssey and the Iliad at the moment, so I might look back at more than one of them and see if I can potentially find somewhere to read the telegony. Haven't found that yet. I will get back to you. Thank you, bye.